Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he says furthermore that the physical or material world is made of four anasir or four elements. And these four elements, as you know, the water, the dirt, the fire, and the air. Now, mostly things have been made of two or three, but they are non-living entities. And they are called murakkab ghair tam, incomplete compound or imperfect compound. The stones, these are imperfect compounds. But those who are made of all four with combination with different ratios, so these are plants and animals. So plants and animals, they are called perfect compounds or murakkab tam. Got it? Ratios in different kinds is different. Now, as you know, that air itself, it has its own qualities or characteristics. The water has its own nature. The fire has its own nature. And the dirt, it has its own nature. When two of them get combined with one another, so what they do? Actually, they are bringing down the quality of the other a little bit down. For example, you mixed the water with fire. The nature of water is cold and the nature of fire is hot. So now the water is bringing down the heat of fire, and the fire is bringing down the coldness of the water, means making it little bit hard. And same is the case of the combination of these four elements. Got it or not it? So it means that with combination, a new nature gets developed. Now, that new nature protect that compound for a specific time. That compound for a specific time. So, you can call it the guaranteed time. You can call it what? The guaranteed time. Now, in ta'bir or interpretation, we say genes are like this. Got it? That the genes of this family, that is very strong. They have 100 years of age, mostly. Yes, this family, their genes are weak. In 50s, 60s, they are gone. What is that? That is the same combination Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi is referring to. That the nature which is based upon the combination of these elements, so it creates a new nature. That combination or compound has a new nature, and that new nature is preserving the thing concerned for a specific time. Got it? Yes. So now, Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he is calling these compounds or combinations mawalid salasa, or three mawalid. And sometimes he uses the word kainatul jaw. Jaw is actually space, the creature of space. But these are not the creature of space. That is the term used by Imam Waliullah Rahmatullahi alayh. So we can say that combination is of two types. Some of them are on the ground and some of them they are in the space. Got it? Yes. So now the three known mawalid are: number one, the ma'adiniyat, the non-living entity like stones of different kinds. Copper is also a stone. Gold is also a stone. Silver is also a stone. Ruby is also. Just name it. All of these rocks. So number one, ma'adiniyat, and the second one, nabatat, are the plants. And the third one is haywanat, or animals of different types. Got it? The reptiles, the mammals, the primates, the apes. Huh?
Human.
What?
Human.
Human is haywan. Yes. Now, if combination is of two elements, so the nature got developed from in that compound, that cannot preserve that compound for a long time. Like look, when water and fire get together, so the steam come out. Steam is the compound. It's compound of what? Water and power. Steam is not what? Mean water. Steam is what? Water and power. So now that's a compound. But as that is murakkab naqis or imperfect compound, so it does not stay for a long time. The new nature God developed, it cannot preserve it for the long time. Got it?
Yes.
The dust, that's the combination of air and dirt. What? Dust, which is land. That's combination of what? Air and dirt. But it does not stay that long. It says, why? Because that is imperfect compound. The smoke, that is a compound of fire and air. That's compound of what? Fire and air. It does not stay for that long, disappears. Because that is imperfect compound. Same is the case of flame. What is that? That is fire and air. What is that? Fire and air. So flame does not stay for a long time. It disappears or not? It goes up. Where is it? Disappears. Got it? And some of these compounds are of three elements. Like the leavened clay. What is the leavened clay? If you will mix the water and the dirt, the water and dirt, and you will dough it for a long time, and then you will leave it. So it pops up. So that's called atwin al mukhammar. Yes, and takhmir is called leavened, Levend. Got it? So that is a combination of three things: the water, the dirt, and the air. So that's what is powder. Yes? Or the algae in the water. What? Algae. In the water. You know algae? Yes. So the algae, that's a combination of water, dirt, and air, which took shape of that plant inside the water. So Imam Rahmatullah alayh, the compound of four elements, he calls it al-murakkab at-tam, or perfect compound. And as I mentioned, that he called it kainatul jaw, or space creature, but that is not space creature. But maybe his ta'bir is like this, that it's on the surface of the earth, not inside the earth. So it means to him, on the surface of the earth, the space started already. The space started already. Now these three mawali, apparently, these are look like the same, but they are not the same. The madaniyat, the non-living entities. Number two, the nabatat, the plants. And number three, the animals. Because the combination of elements in these three is different, proportionally. Even in one kind, like in mines, like what? In mines, all these are rocks, but then the common stone, it has its own surah and shape and characteristic. But the ruby, it has its own nature. The gold, it has its own nature. And the silver, it has its own nature. The copper, it has its own nature. The iron, it has its own nature. Basically, all these are rocks. Got it?
Yes.
Or not it?
Yes.
And same is the difference of different plants and different animals as well. As difference is there in these mines, same like is the difference in the other two kinds. And also, every kind, and in these kinds, the different subkinds, they have their own perfection, elementary or primary perfection. Primary perfection, that is different from another kind. Now look, honey bee, that's also a type of animal. Yes or not?
Yes.
Bugs and all these are what? Animals. What are they? Animals. And the water buffalo and the cow, that is animal as well. But they are different from one another in a way that the primary perfection of the honey bee is one and the primary perfection of the water buffalo is different. What is the primary perfection of the honey bee? To make honey. To make honey. And what is the primary perfection of the water buffalo? To give milk. Otherwise, both of them, they have the combination of four elements. Got it?
Yeah.
But different shape and surat in Nawawi, they have given them a perfection or primary perfection of different kind. Got it? Now that is natural. That perfection is natural. And the second one is the awailed one with practice. The awailed one with practice, which is called Iktisabi. So that is secondary. Now look, the primary perfection of a human is, look at me, that he eats, he drinks, he sleeps, he goes to bathroom, he speaks also. So that is primary perfection, which is found almost in all human. Got it?
Yes.
That's the primary. But secondary perfection is that someone he studied, now he can read and he can write. That's a perfection of this surah, but that is the secondary one. Why? Because he availed it through practice. That is not natural. He availed it through practice. Now when the elements, they get together, so their individual qualities become weak. Because as I told you, that water and fire get together, so the coolness of water comes down and the heat of fire comes down. So it means that their qualities are becoming weak in combination. So that's why in combination they give a balanced nature then. They give a balanced nature then. Got it? This is hot tea. Got it? And cold honey. So honey is cold and this is hot. Now with mixture or with mixing, what this water did with the honey? Heat it up. It heat, and what the honey did with this water? Cooled it down. So it means that the coolness that was the quality of honey, they became weak, and the temperature of this water, that became weak and went down. Got it? So for tonight, that is enough, inshallah. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين.